tempting to say exactly what's on your mind as bluntly as you can, but that approach is counterproductive.
I said get me coffee.
I said no.
Do you want to lose your job?
If that job is coffee dude, then yeah, I do.
Affecting a soothing tone of voice and being polite can often communicate your intentions better than words. Excuse me, can we talk?
Yes.
You don't need to yell.
Do you have my coffee?
No.
Then apparently I do need to yell.
Try to make your point in terms of the benefit to the person you're talking to. Focus on the reward, not the task. You know, if you don't yell, you're more likely to get what you want.
I want to yell.
I see. That's a flaw in the plan. It can take effort to be diplomatic, but in the end, you'll find it's well worth it. Drinking caffeine will only make you yell more.
Let's find out. Let me go another 5 minutes without caffeine and see if I yell less or much more.
I'll go get you some coffee.
Splendid.
Inspiration for many inventions has come from problems that seem to have no easy solution at the time. Great. The cat's throwing up. Somewhere. I can lay here uselessly cursing the cat, or I can go find the mess and clean it up. Fucking cat. If you have the problem, others may as well. If you can devise a workable solution, there may be a market for it. It targets the sound of the cat vomiting and shoots a flag to mark the mess,
Terrifying the cat so it runs while vomiting.
making the barf easier to find.
You're a real glass half full kind of guy, aren't you?
Yes, half full with vomit, sadly. Or failing that, you might be able to turn the problem around to use it to solve a bigger problem. How about an alarm clock for cat owners? One that wakes you up to the sound of a cat barfing,
That'll wake people up.
if it's loud enough.
So like a large cat, like a tiger, barfing.
Or a really small cat barfing right in your ear. Either way, you're done sleeping. To find success with the public, you may need to refine your invention to be less specific to your needs.
What about for non-cat owners?
For men, it would be a woman saying, "I'm pregnant."
What about for women?
I don't know, you're a woman, what scares you?
How about a recording of your voice saying, I have an idea?
If you have an embarrassing middle name, don't hide it. Get it out in the open. I know this from experience. My middle name is Oscar.
That's a cool name.
My last name's Meyer.
Your parents should be flogged.
The same questions will come up every time someone learns your middle name. Be prepared with answers. I'm named after my grandpa.
Was he the Oscar Meyer?
If I were, you and I would have never met, for I would be the weenie king, and you would be a mere subject in my empire of pork. Instead of being embarrassed, try to frame your middle name as a positive thing that you're proud of. I'd wear a kielbasa crown and wave my sausage scepter. Just picture it, the waving of the sausage scepter.
I'd really rather not.
If that doesn't work, try to steer the conversation away from your name and towards something distracting. 6 lucky kids would find a greasy golden ticket in their little smokies, and they'll get to come see my sausage being made by Oompa Loompas in gloves and rubber aprons.
I don't want to hear anymore.
Then never mention my middle name again. Whether you're engaged in espionage or discussing things you want to keep quiet, a code phrase will help avoid confusion and attention.
Do you have it?
Have what?
Why are you winking at me?
Am I?
Look, I came here for the incriminating photos, not to flirt. Say, you didn't look at those photos, did you?
Pick phrases that won't seem out of place in conversation. You don't want your code phrase to attract attention. It's raining in Brussels.
But the sprouts are absorbent.
Hey, are you guys talking like spies or something?
We've been compromised!
Abort the mission!
Yeah, like that.
Try to pick a code phrase that will easily be remembered by all of the people involved. The oxen are slow.
I don't remember the next line.
That is the next line. We planned for you to forget the code.
Oh, that's lucky.
Yes. Lucky. Though it is tempting, you should avoid using song lyrics and pop culture references as codes.
Phenomena!
Do 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 do.
Phenomena!
Do 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 do.
Phenomena!
So on to business.
Come on, finish it.
Do 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 dee do 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 dee do dee do do do. Like many, I suffer from a fake-looking smile. In my efforts to make my own smile look more natural, I have picked up some pointers you might find helpful. I am genuinely delighted. Remember, you don't just smile with your mouth. You also smile with your eyes. Few things are more disconcerting than a toothy grin coupled with the dull, dead eyes of a shark. Soon I will murder you. Won't that be nice? But one thing that is more disconcerting is someone whose eyes are too engaged in the smile. There's a fine line between twinkling with mirth and burning with satanic rage. Your hide will make a fine poncho. As with most acting, less is more. Instead of worrying about details, it is best to just concentrate on a happy memory and let your natural instincts do the work. Remember that time I murdered that hobo and made a poncho out of his skin? Good times. When addressing a friend who has lost a loved one, choose your words carefully. After all, inappropriate or inarticulate condolences are worse than none at all.
What does ROFG stand for?
Rolling on floor grieving. Avoid awkward cliches and don't claim to know exactly what they are feeling. Condescension is never comforting. I'm sorry your cat died. I know exactly how you feel. Well, not really. My cat's still alive. I'm petting him right now. You must feel terrible.
Yes, I do.
Don't try to get them to see the bright side of the situation. There is no bright side. And if there is, they don't want to hear it right now. Look at it this way. Now you can get a new cat. One that's more durable.
A heavy-duty cat.
Exactly. Just let them know you're thinking of them and be there for them if they need a friend. If I can help in any way, just say the word.
Can I come over and play with your cat?
I don't know. You don't have a great track record with cats. It's bad enough to lose a game without losing the respect of those around you as well.
If you're gonna be that way, I'm not gonna play with you anymore.
Fine.
And I'll retire undefeated.
Your attitude before playing a game is as important in saving your dignity as your behavior afterwards.
Can I play?
Only if you wish to suffer a humiliating defeat.
Must it be humiliating?
Is there another way to lose to me?
Good point.
Be congratulatory to your opponent. Focus on your loss as a positive learning experience if possible. I've learned from this loss.
At the hands of a first-time player.
Yes.
When you've been playing for years.
Yes.
What have you learned?
Nothing I care to say out loud. Or you can play video games against artificial opponents who can't see your tantrums and don't care about your maturity level.
Why are you pressing the computer?
Because it can't hear and it won't judge me.
I can hear you and judge you.
Yeah, but you've already judged me.
Too true.
People often inquire about your well-being by asking, "How are you doing?" which is a pretty strange question.
How are you doing?
Doing what?
Whatever it is you're doing.
I'm answering a pointless question, and I'm doing it sarcastically.
That's nice.
Bear in mind that unless you are fine, people are not looking for an honest answer. Just a reassuring one.
How are you doing?
Went to Sizzler last night. Ate lots of meat.
Oh, good.
Breakfast, coffee, and a bran muffin.
I see.
My bowels are like a cannon. Meat's the cannonball.
I'm going away now.
Answer clearly and decisively. Any doubt will only lead to more questions.
How are you doing?
Fine.
You don't sound so sure.
I'm sure.
I'm not so sure.
Okay? I'm great. I'm the happiest I've ever been. I feel pretty.
That's good to hear.
One long-term strategy is to develop and use an answer that can be interpreted as positive or negative.
How are you doing?
Fan-freaking-tastic.
That's good, right?
Yep.
Fan-freaking-tastic is bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's fan-freaking-tastic mean?
Means shut up.
Oh, I get it.
Fan-freaking-tastic. Even with all of our modern distractions, we can still find ourselves bored. There's nothing to do.
We could talk about our feelings.
Yes, sir, nothing to do. Friends can often entertain you, but be careful. Boredom is contagious. What are you doing?
Reading a book.
Sounds like fun.
It was, and I stopped to talk to you.
Want to do something?
Yes, read my book.
Try taking some activity you are already doing and making it a game.
What are you doing?
Seeing how long I can stare at my watch without blinking.
That'll just make time pass slower.
It also makes my eyeballs hurt.
Can I watch?
The problem may not be that you have nothing to do, but that you might have something you don't want to do. Alright, fine. Let's talk about our feelings.
Okay, what do you feel?
Mostly boredom.
You're saying I'm boring.
Now I feel panic and regret.